Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me today is Joe Forkey. He's the president and CEO of Precision Optics. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is POCI on NASDAQ, and Precision Optics will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase, taking place at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, April 30 through May 2nd, 2024. For more information, to register and attend, potentially meet Joe, see his presentation, do a one-on-one. Register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Joe, thank you for joining me today. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Awesome. Great to have you and look forward to seeing you in Vegas. So actually, this is our first time doing an interview together, even though you were in Vegas last year, that we did the webcast and whatnot. So since this is our first time, chatting on here, can you give us that quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there?
Yeah, sure. So Precision Optics, as the name implies, is an optics company. This means we work on technical optics. We make a lot of cameras. We make a lot of illumination systems, some signaling systems. The company has been in business since 1982. It's been public since about 1990. Since the founding, the company has worked in medical device. We've worked in other things over the years. Today, most of what we do is medical device. Some of it is defense aerospace. And really, we're a technology company. So we focus on some very specific areas within optics that have particular value in the med device space and in the defense aerospace world. And so those really three areas are micro optics. So we make some of the smallest optics in the world. We've made some as small as 50 microns, 50, which is about the width of a human hair. We make very small endoscopes from some of these very small optics. So that's the first area, micro optics. The second area is 3D endoscopes. So these are endoscopes that are used predominantly with robotic surgery systems and allow the surgeons to see in 3 dimensions to get depth perception. And then the third area is a little broader. It's generally digital imaging, where we use CMOS sensors, sensor chips, if you like, to be able to put the sensor chip on the distal end of the endoscope or into a very small space. And we design both the imaging systems, the illumination systems, really the entire system for these small digital imaging systems. And then we can process the images, of course, with through electronics. Our business model is pretty straightforward. We work to develop this unique technology, which really is unmatched throughout the world. We have people from around the world who come to work with us. We show this technology to our potential customers. If there's a good fit and they believe that our technology can enable their next generation product, then we'll engage with them on a design of their product. And so we charge them on a time and materials basis to basically take our technology and turn it into the size, shape, and color that they need. But we maintain ownership of all the IP that comes out of that work and the work that we bring to the project beforehand. Once we finish with the design, we're in a prime position to become the manufacturer for a very long term. So the way the business grows is we fill this engineering pipeline. We continue to design new products, and our goal is to push 2 to 3 or 4 programs out into production every year, which increases our overall revenue. And for med device in particular, once we get a product into production, it tends to last and stick for a very long time.
Very good, Joe. Thank you for that full overview there. So, real quick, what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Yeah, sure. It's, I mean, it all grows from the technology. So we can do things that other companies can't. And in fact, when we talk with our customers, particularly when we're negotiating over IP or the cost of a system, we generally will only engage with customers who cannot find what they're getting from us elsewhere. And I've even told customers, when they say, well, so and so in China can do this, my response is, then you're not asking us for the right thing. We're not the right partner for you, because the things that we do, the technology we've developed, are things that other companies just can't do. The great example is our micro endoscopes. We've made endoscopes that are as small as 350 microns that go through the blood vessel to be able to do surgeries on the inside wall of a beating heart. These are all places where the applications for our technology are places where the smaller size isn't just a nice to have. It really enables the next generation procedures. So really, it's all about the technology.
Very good. All right. And then, prior to becoming president and CEO of Precision Optics, what was your background before this?
Yeah, sure. So I come to the company through a technology background. I studied math and physics, and then I went on and got a doctorate in applied physics. I discovered biophysics and did a postdoc in a med school for a number of years in biophysics. And at the end of that time period, I had a choice to make whether to become a professor or switch gears and go into industry. I had some great offers for professorships, but I decided I enjoyed building the devices and making the microscopes that we use to do the research more so than I did the scientific results. So I ended up moving into industry and coming to POC.
Very cool. All right. Well, Joe, to close us out here today, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's goals that you'd like to see achieved for the duration of 2024?
Yeah, sure. So we've talked a lot about this on our earnings calls. We had our fiscal year runs July 1st to June 30th. So last fiscal year, we had record growth. It was all organic. We've done a couple acquisitions, but last year was organic growth of over 20% top line, which is great. We expect that to continue in general, although the first half of this fiscal year, the 6 months from July to December, we're down a little bit because we had some ins and outs. We've talked a lot about the fact that we expect the second half of the fiscal year, which we're in now, to recover from that and to grow beyond that and to come out of the end of this fiscal year with a run rate that's higher than we've seen previously. So really, the things to watch for are some of the new orders that we expect to be getting, some of the increase in revenue that we expect based on these new orders, and some of the new things that we're doing in single use, which we can talk about at the one-on-ones for anyone who comes to the show.
Very cool. Well, Joe, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on Precision Optics?
So our website is poci.com, and there's a whole bunch of information there.
Very cool. Joe, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. See you in Vegas.
Okay. See you in Vegas. Thanks very much.